What is going on, you guys? It's your girl Diana, back at you with another YouTube video. These 7-star BLAZIKEN raids are set to go live this weekend, so today I'm going to be going over some counters that you might want to bring in order to take these raids down. So let's go ahead and hop into it. You know what I literally just noticed? I'm quite literally wearing a Shadow the Hedgehog t-shirt. And it matches my little G Fuel because it's a Sonic themed G Fuel. Also, use my code if you want some money off and you need some extra energy. But per usual, going back to the video at hand. Before we hop into the actual counters, let's go ahead and take a peek at what we might actually be going up against once we do hop into these raids. So of course, this is going to be a 7-star raid, so BLAZIKEN will be level 100 and is normally a fire and fighting type Pokemon. However, for this raid, it is going to be a flying tera type, so it will be a pure flying type. And just like every other 7-star raid that we've had today, it will likely have its hidden ability, which is Speed Boost, which the Pokemon's speed is raised by 1 stage at the end of each full turn on the field. So basically every single turn, it's gonna get faster and faster and faster. EV spread wise, it does have an HP stat of 80, an attack stat of 120, a defense stat of 70, a special attack of 110, so clearly it can be either or, it can be a mixed attacker, so you might see both types of attacks in the raid. A special defense stat of 70, and a speed stat of 80, but obviously it has speed boost, so that even though it has kind of a mid-speed stat, it's going to be a pretty speedy Pokemon by the end of the raid. As for BLAZIKEN's moveset, the moves that I can definitely see them tossing on there are things like Blaze Kick, which does have a high crit ratio, which is always annoying, and it also has a 10% chance to burn, which is also annoying. So yeah, another reason why you might want to stick with special attackers in case it does have Blaze Kick and then you get kicked by it and you get burned and then you just get nerfed for the entire raid. It is going to be a flying type, so I can definitely see them throwing something like Brave Bird on there, which is a physical move. It does have some recoil, so for that reason, I can also see them putting something like Acrobatics on there, especially since it's not going to have a held item. Since the 7-star raid Pokemon don't have held items, so Acrobatics power will be doubled. And since it is normally a fire and fighting type, I can also see them putting like Close Combat on there, or another fighting type move like Low Kick. It does also have a couple of coverage moves like Knock Off to hit ghost types, as well as things like Poison Jab, Shadow Claw to also hit ghost types, and even ground moves like Bulldoze, which makes you slower, as well as the always fun move Earthquake, which is obviously a spread move and hits everybody on the field. As for setup moves, it does have access to Bulk Up, which raises its attack and defense by 1 stage, as well as Swords Dance, which raises its attack by 2 stages, and also Sunny Day so that it can increase the effectiveness of any fire moves that it might use. But now that we have a better idea of what exactly we might be going up against when we do actually hop into the raids, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the counters that my community has helped me come up with for these raids. So per usual, I do have 2 different options for attackers and 2 different options for support Pokemon, so you can pick which you would like to be in the raids. Both of the attackers are going to be special attackers simply because I already had them built from past raids. So chances are, if you have been watching my counter videos for quite some time now, that you probably have these sitting in your boxes already, which is always nice. But so first up on the list, we have the infamous Jelly Bean, the Bellibolt, which is of course a pure electric type Pokemon and is going to be an electric tera for the purposes of this raid. It will also have Metronome as its held item, which boosts the power of a move that's used repeatedly. So as soon as you start spamming a specific move, it's going to increase the power of that move. However, once you break the chain, so like if you use a different move, you do have to start from scratch. So just keep that in mind. And this is probably going to be the best option for you if you are trying to solo the raid. As for its EV spread, super simple. It's just going to be full HP and full special attack with a special attacking nature, and its ability is going to be Electromorphosis, which means that every time that Bellibolt takes any kind of damage, it's actually going to boost the power of an electric attack, which leads me into its moveset, which for the moveset we went with Reflect, Acid Spray, Chilling Water, and Parabolic Charge. Reflect is there to, of course, lessen the damage of any physical moves that BLAZIKEN might use. Acid Spray is there to lower BLAZIKEN's special defense. Chilling Water not only does damage, but it also lowers BLAZIKEN's attack. And then Parabolic Charge is going to be your attacking move of choice, which not only heals you, but It's of course going to be a spammable move, which is why we have the metronome on it. So the more times you spam Parabolic Charge, the stronger that it's going to get. Not to mention you also have Electromorphosis on top of that, which is also going to power up your electric attacks. If you did want to go into this raid with a group, another great option is Miraidon. Unfortunately, it is a version exclusive, which is why I did want to include Belly Bolt, because anybody can get a Belly Bolt. But if you do have a Miraidon, this is also a great option. Miraidon is going to be an electric and dragon type Pokemon, and it is going to also have the electric Tera for this raid. Item wise, it is going to be holding a life orb, which boosts the power of the holder's move, so it just makes you hit a little bit harder. However, it does have the small drawback of you losing a little bit of HP every time you do use an attack, which is why this is definitely more of a group option so that you can have some good support Pokemon to make sure that you don't faint. EV spread is going to be the exact same as Belly Bolt, so it is going to be full HP and full special attack with a special attacking nature, and its ability is going to be a Miraidon's signature ability, Hadron Engine, which makes it so that it sets up electric terrain, which is going to boost Miraidon's special attack. Moveset wise, we do have Metal Sound on it, Parabolic Charge, Electro Drift, and Charge. Metal Sound, although it does have the chance to miss, also lowers Blaziken's special defense. Parabolic Charge, once again, is going to do damage plus heal you, so if you need a little bit of HP heals, that's a great option. Electro Drift is another great option as your hard-hitting electric attack, and Charge is going to be your setup move, which not only increases the power of any electric type attacks you use the next turn, but it also increases your special defense by 1 stage. However, if you are more of a support Pokemon type of person, we do have some options for you as well. Number 1 being Luxray, which is normally just a pure electric type. And once again, for the actual support Pokemon, the Tera doesn't really matter, so ignore these Teras because I did not spend the shards to change these guys' Teras. But item-wise, you do want to have it holding a Citrus Berry just so that you can get a little bit of HP recovery. As for its EV spread, it is going to be full HP and full defense with a defensive nature, and its ability is going to be Intimidate, which of course is going to lower Blaziken's attack stat. Moveset wise, it is going to have Helping Hand, Fake Tears, Discharge, as well as Baby Doll Eyes. Helping Hand is there to, of course, help set up your attacker. Fake Tears is going to lower the special defense of Blaziken. Discharge is there in case you need to do a little damage. And Baby Doll Eyes is going to lower Blaziken's attack as well. And last but not least, you can also go with good old reliable Grimmsnarl as a support Pokemon as well, which is of course a dark and fairy type Pokemon. Once again, the Tera doesn't matter here, but it is going to be holding the same Citrus Berry item for HP recovery. And it is going to have the exact same build as Luxray, which is full HP and full defense with a defensive nature, and it is going to have the ability Prankster, which gives priority to any status moves. And speaking of moves, it is going to have Fake Tears, Reflect, Chilling Water, and Taunt. So Fake Tears, once again, is going to lower special defense. Reflect is there to lessen the damage of any physical attacks. Chilling Water is going to lower Blaziken's attack stat as well as do damage. And Taunt is there in case it does want to do anything like bulk up. So clearly here we are kind of planning on Blaziken having mostly a physical moveset since that's how they usually are. But once again, it can go either way, so just keep that in the back of your head. But there you have it. That is a couple of Pokemon that you might want to consider bringing it to the 7-star Blaziken raids. Per usual, I'm sure that there is a ton of other options out there, so if you do have other builds that you want to share, feel free to leave them down below in the comments. But that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, I kindly suggest that you consider subscribing so that I can continue to make content for you guys. And if you are already subscribed and you'd like another way to support the channel, feel free to check out the merch store. There is a link down below in the description that takes you to not only my merch store, but also all of my other socials so you can keep up with what I'm doing on a daily basis. And remember that you can also use my code, which is listed down below as well, to save some money on G Fuel. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to those of you who have joined the channel as members. I appreciate you all so much. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.